Hey guys, Kurt here of NK Garage, and we're back with another tool haul. And today we've got some premium picks from an old auto body shop. Basically, the guy is retiring, he's closing up shop, he's selling the building, and he's selling all the tools. And he had a lot of tools. I mean, he is an expert level tool hoarder. So, what we got here is what I picked out of the dark, cold garage. Conditions in there were not very good. All these tools are clearly rusting from the conditions of the damp environment. But I was able to pull out some pretty good stuff. We've got a whole selection here. These are all snap-on sockets. Got some Mac sockets down here, and a couple of Craftsman pieces that I picked for a special reason. Got some adjustable wrenches. He had a ton of adjustable wrenches. He had them zip tied together in 3 packs, so I kind of just picked ones that looked interesting. They are all locked up. I'm not even kidding about how, the humidity in there really did a number on these tools. Picked out, a pair of diamond pliers, a couple wrenches, and a couple screwdrivers. And then there's 3 vice grips down here. That was one of his 3 pack specials. So he was holding pretty hard onto these tools. He was looking for some premium prices, but we were able to pick out some pretty good stuff. I think we did fairly well on the snap-on, but this stuff needs a heavy cleaning. So we got out our ultrasonic cleaner and our vibratory tumbler. We're going to use both of these machines today. We might also have to break out the wire wheel and some other methods, possibly. Probably some WD-40 for the adjustable wrenches and vice grips as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to dump all these tools into the ultrasonic cleaner to start. Except for the 3 screwdrivers, those we are not going to put in the ultrasonic cleaner because we're going to be running it at a very high temperature and I don't want to hurt the plastic. So all the metal tools are going right in right now. So we're going to dump them all in the basket and give them all a dip and some degreaser. All right, so everything just came out of the ultrasonic cleaner. Nice thing about using the high heat is things dry pretty fast. So it's only been a couple of seconds, and this stuff is literally just drying as we speak. You can actually read some of these sockets now. It's pretty good. The ultrasonic cleaner takes off some of the really light brush offable surface rust, which is pretty good. But all the sockets are going to go in the tumbler next, and I'm going to work on the vice grips and the adjustable wrenches with the wire wheel. So we'll get all this air dried real quick, transfer over to the vibratory tumbler. All right, guys, we drained the ultrasonic cleaner. We did run everything through there for 30 minutes on 65 degrees Celsius. So here's all the sockets. They're pretty much dry. They don't have to be perfectly dry, but they're ready for the tumbler. So we're going to see how many of these we can fit in there. My priority is probably get most of them in there, and if I can't fit the big ones, I'll just do those on the wire wheel. This does a really great job on impact sockets, but it also does a good job on chrome as well. You may wonder if you're going to scratch your chrome. It does leave like a little bit of a special finish to it where it kind of looks brushed, but I think that the cleaning work it does is more valuable than the little bit of the brushed look that you'll see at the end. I think it's time to settle some of that down and see if we can fit some more stuff in there. These machines tend to get a little loud when you're tumbling, so we like to exile them to the garage so that we don't have to listen to it. Probably at capacity, so we'll just make sure everything's nice and snug. Probably keep the extensions out. That looks pretty good to me. It'll settle itself as it's going. So we're going to go run this for probably around an hour in the other room. In the meantime, I'll do a little bit of wire wheeling on some of the bigger stuff, the extensions, and I'll work on all of these tools. All right, so the tools went in the vibratory tumbler, and they were in there for quite some time, probably about 3, possibly 4 hours. Normally we run about an hour. That seems to give the best results. Longer doesn't really harm you, it just takes a little extra time. So this is what everything looks like when it comes straight out of the tumbler. Now you can actually read the sizing on the sockets, the part number, USA, Snap-on. It gets inside there decently. Bigger sockets clean easier. Shallow sockets definitely clean easier. But when you have some of the, thinner sockets, I mean, this one was pretty clean to start with, but, the media doesn't get in there as well, and it tends to get stuck in there. So you're going to need to have yourself a pick. There was actually a piece of media stuck in here I had to push out later. So that stuff tends to stick in all of the little bits, like the little circle for the impact sockets. But everything's going to go in the ultrasonic cleaner again, just to do a little bit of extra cleaning. Doesn't hurt. We got the equipment. It'll only take 30 minutes. So we're going to shove all this in there. All right, guys, the tools just came out of the ultrasonic cleaner, and they're pretty clean. You could go much further with these, but this is about as far as I normally go for most of the stuff that we find. So let's take a look at what we got in a little bit more detail. Let's start up here with the Snap-on stuff. This is a tie rod socket, 1/2-inch drive here, Snap-on right here. Saw these on eBay going for about 30 bucks. 3 Snap-on 1/2-inch drive impact sockets, deep, 15/16, 19 millimeter, and a 9/16. Got 2 1/2-inch drive shallow metric impact sockets, 10 and 17 for 1/2-inch drive. Got 1, I don't know if that's the deep or the semi-deep, 9/16 swivel impact for 1/2-inch drive. This is the 1/2-inch drive universal joint. These on the truck I know are like 85, 90 bucks. For 3/8 drive Snap-on, we got 3 pieces of the swivel impact sockets. There is a 13, a 17, and an 18 millimeter. We got some metric 3/8 drive deep impacts. We got the 8 millimeter, the 9 millimeter, 10, 11, 18, and 19. Got 2 metric shallow impact sockets, 17 and 24. Then we got 5 SAE shallow impact sockets. We have the 3/8, 7/16, 5/8, 11/16, and 3/4. This is a genuine Snap-on socket rack. Part number A265. These are probably the best socket racks you can get. They all kind of have their flaws, but the Snap-on ones tend to be the best, I find. Snap-on chrome sockets now. We got the 1 1/8 inch deep 6-point socket, 1/2-inch drive. Got 3 extensions. Got a 4-inch wobble for 1/4-inch drive, 3-inch extension for 3/8 drive, and a 2-inch blue point for 1/4-inch drive. Got a bunch of swivel sockets here. These 4 on the top are 3/8 drive shallow. Got a 7/16, 5/8, and 3/4, 6 points. And this one is a vintage 16 millimeter, probably from the late 60s. We got some semi-deep. We got a 1/2-inch. This one is also 1/2-inch, I think. Nope, that one's 7/16. This one is another 1/2-inch. Then we got a 5/8. Got just a swivel universal joint. Got a 1/4-inch drive, swivel 10 millimeter. 1/4-inch drive, 5.5 millimeter deep. 1/4-inch drive, 12 millimeter deep. We got 2 little Snap-ons here. Got a Snap-on Phillips number 0 with the soft grip handle, and a Torx T20. Got a couple of max sockets over here. Well, 6 of them actually. Uh, all 6-point half-inch drive. We got the 11 millimeter, 14 millimeter, 14 millimeter, 21 millimeter, 24 millimeter, and a 5/8. Then we got 3 Craftsman sockets, but I picked these up because they're more rare pieces. This is a Craftsman with the underline logo. It's marked BM here, 1 5/8, 12-point, 3/4 drive. That could be from the 1930s, maybe the 40s. And then we got 2 USA made Craftsman impact sockets, 11 millimeter and 17 millimeter, 6-point, 3/8 drive deep. These are hard to come by, so figured I might as well pick those up. Talking about Craftsman, we did pick up this Craftsman Phillips number 2 cushion grip screwdriver made in USA. These are kind of rare. They're not worth a ton of money or anything like that, but they are rare. People are looking for them. Got 3 pairs of vice grips. These came in a set, as the guy called it. He zip tied some tools together, so he zip tied all 3 of these together. So I picked them up because they're all USA. Got the 7-inch curved jaw, 10-inch curved jaw, and another 10-inch curved jaw. And then we got a pair of pliers here, Diamond Duluth slip joint pliers. This one came out great. SK 13 millimeter stubby, USA, Craftsman double box, and a Matco 23 millimeter. That one's also made in the USA. And then there's the adjustable wrenches, which I have an addiction, so I couldn't leave there without them. And what we got on the top is a 12-inch Klein Tools. Next up is a Craftsman Evolve 10-inch. This one is made in China, I think. Got a Wright USA 10-inch. Got a Sears 10-inch. This one's made in Japan. Got a J.P. Danielson Co. 10-inch. It's the Better Grip. It's got the 12-point wrench in the back. 8-inch Williams Super Adjustable, 8-inch Proto. Got an 8-inch GM Good Wrench. I believe that was made in China. 6-inch Craftsman, 6-inch Crescent, and probably the coolest one of them all is the 4-inch little channel lock. So, and I'm trying to read the markings on there. But I believe it says it's made in Spain. It's marked Spain down here. So, I guess that's made in Spain. I can't remember if I went over the price yet. We paid $5 a tool. The guy was really holding tight to these, so he was not willing to negotiate or do really any kind of bulk pricing or anything like that. It's probably going to take him the rest of his life to sell his tools at the way he's going, and probably going to leave behind a lot. But I think we scored some good gems. Definitely scored a lot of Snap-on stuff. That was the majority of the buy. And at $5 a tool, I'm totally happy to pay that for Snap-on sockets. These things cost a lot of money. So I think it was still good. It totaled out at $350. I mean, you look up prices on Snap-on impact sockets, and they're hundreds of dollars. They're very expensive. So we have some sockets in the other room and in the garage. We're trying to fill up sets. We're probably going to use most of the Snap-on and Mac stuff for our own sets. Rest of this I kind of just bought for fun, but I thought it'd be cool. And it was fun. So let us know what you think your favorite tool of the day is. Let us know if you want to see more tool cleaning videos. I know we just kind of went lightly over it, but I think the ultrasonic cleaner does a great job. Definitely saves us a lot of time. We just dip it in there. The tumbler's a little bit more work. I put it away, but it does do a good job on the sockets, especially when they're as rusty as we got them. So that's it for today. See you guys on the next one. Enjoy.